Here on the left-hand side, we've got our navigation panel. So we've got our all open e-consults. These are all the e-consults that have come in and that are due to be actioned in any stage within their journey within the Smart Inbox before completion. Then underneath, we've got our completed folder. So these are all the e-consults that are completed, of course. One thing to note here, as default, have the time received as newest to oldest and of the last 7 days. If you want to, you can change the filter options and the sort options, and these can be done just from up here. So we've got the sort inbox, time received, we could do it by age or by flags, and each one has a most to least, least to most, oldest to newest, newest to oldest, etc. that you can choose from. Okay, so if I just go by most to least, you'll see that changes the order it comes in, and it just tells you what you've sorted it by at the top. Additionally, you can filter, so you can filter by multiple things at the same time. So you can see here the date range we've got in the last week. If I then want to look at a template specifically that was submitted, so this will now, when I click apply, look at anything in the last week where a hay fever template has been completed. So as you can see, that's now narrowed it down. Under here, we've got our clinical and our admin. You'll see under both of these, you've got the same subfolders. So you've got waiting. Now, these are all the e-consults that have come in and have yet to start their journey. Okay, so these are the new e-consults that need processing. Under here, we've got our snoozed folder. So the snoozed folder can be used for many different reasons. So it could be perhaps you're waiting to hear from a GP on a triage decision, so if it's a care navigator led. Additionally, it might be you're waiting for provisional blood tests to be looked at and you just want to pop it in there while you're waiting the clinician's approval. Now underneath, we've got awaiting response and new response. So when you send a message to a patient asking them to respond, it will automatically pop them in the awaiting response folder, and then when they do respond, into the new response folder. And you can see, really helpful there, we've got the little tally of how many we've got in each folder. As well as that, we've got our triage. So if you're going for a more of a clinical led triage and you're wanting your clinicians to look at what's coming into the Smart Inbox first, have a look at the e-consult, make any signposting decisions like you can see here. You can see the clinician has gone in, has looked and said, I want this e-consult to be looked at by an AMP in the next 24 hours via phone call. Then when they pop that into the triage folder, your reception or care navigation team could be working from here just to contact the patient and action in line with what the GP has requested or the clinician has requested. So I'm going to head over to my waiting folder and just sort by newest to oldest, just to get my one that I've prepared for today. So over here, we can see the cards. So these are the quick view of the e-consults. We've got on the card, we've got the patient's name, their demographics, so their gender, their age, and the template that they have submitted. So you can see here, Daisy Duck has submitted a back problem template. On here as well, we've got the date and the time submitted. And then over here, the status. So we're in the waiting folder, so everything in this folder will be waiting. And we've got the flags, so very important there. If we wanted to, we could have looked at most to least flags, so we could efficiently go through the inbox and get the ones that are perhaps more urgent. And as well, we've got that this is a clinical template that has been submitted. So when I click on here, you can see the e-consult in more of a detailed view comes up. Again, we've got the patient name, demographics, and the template. You can see very clearly here, it states that it's been matched. So this has been auto-matched with the clinical system. So I haven't had to do anything to do that. It's automatically picked those two up. Because it's fully matched, we have the opportunity to save to record. So if we wish to, we could save this now, and this would add this to the clinical system straight away. You'll see we pop a little saved message here, and a pop-up will come up. Here we go. So now this will be in the clinical system. As we go down, we'll just have a quick read through. So we can see on the left-hand side, these little symbols. We've got the speech bubble. This indicates that it's a free text comment. And then any flags have been highlighted as well at the side. Okay, any that do not have one, these will be something that's a multiple choice question or a yes or no question for them to answer. So we can see here that Daisy Duck has injured her back picking up a heavy box. She's taken paracetamol, but would like some stronger pain relief and a sick note. So it might be if we're doing a care navigation led triage, it might be as a care navigator, you know now that you can book this in with the GP, and you'd probably book it in perhaps for this afternoon. So at this stage, I would go into the clinical system, book that appointment in, and then I'd either call the patient to let them know, or I could send them a text message. So I could click down here to respond to Daisy Duck. So I could either write myself a message, and if this is something that you are frequently doing, frequently sending a message, you can save this as a template here. So I'm just going to save this with a title appointment booked. And if I want to retrieve this template at another time, I can simply go into my templates here, look at my personal templates and find it. So appointment booked, which is what I've just made there. So for Daisy Duck, I would like to send this message. I don't need her to respond, and I'm just going to send this as an email. But if I did want to change it, I could simply add the telephone number there. So I'm going to send this message, and what you will see is it will give me a confirmation that it's been sent. It will pop up to the top and it will let us know that a message has been sent. You can also see that this has changed to partially saved. So before, where we saved to the record when the eConsult came in straight away, that will be saved. And now it's just warning us that not everything that's happened within this eConsult's journey has been saved. Okay, so it's just reminding us to make an additional save before we complete anything. So at this stage, we've booked the appointment. We've let the patient know by sending them a text message, or perhaps you would have called, and then we can complete this. If we wanted to, before this, we could add any comments and save this on here. And you can see this adds to the comment section in the bottom. So now I'm going to change this to completed.
Defaulted to on, which means
and what you will see,
record, but you can toggle this off if you do not wish to save.
Partial bit of information hasn't been saved, it will update and add to the patient record with this new information. So if I click save now, what you will see is its status is marked as complete and the eConsult has saved to record. So this is the part of the demonstration where I'm going to go into system 1, and I'm just going to search for Daisy Duck. And this is just to show you what it looks like when it comes into the clinical system. So we've gone into Daisy Duck. You can see here the first save I did 4 minutes ago at 1:26. This is the initial part of the eConsult that has been saved. So we've got the template the patient has used, a summary of what they have submitted, and then underneath we've got any of those QOF codes that have been selected as well, which have been automatically coded. You can access the full PDF below. So if I just open this eConsult here, what you'll see, this will be the first save. So you won't see the text message that we sent because this was saved before then. But if we scroll down, we can see the message that we sent to the patient. So we've got the email sent to patients that I saved at 1:30 and also the latest PDF. So when I go on to this, you will see all of that activity we've done right at the bottom. So you've got that email we've sent, and then you can see the activity log gives us all of that information when or each of these things have been done. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the Smart Inbox. That was an entire journey of one eConsult, and we're just going to do another one now quickly before the end. So we've got Marge Simpson here. As you can see, first thing you'll notice is she's not matched. I'll click on this and we can select the match. So the suggested matches have come up. You can see the reason it hasn't matched is 4 out of the 6 fields that have matched. So here we go. She's inputted her postcode incorrectly. So I'm just going to save this match. And you'll see it's now been manually matched. And this information will be gathered in the activity log as well. So what we'll see on this one is the patient saw the GP for foot pain last week. I was referred to orthopedics, but I would like to change this to a private referral. So at this stage, you can see the patient has sent in an eConsult on a clinical form for a foot problem, but really this is more an administrative problem. So what we could do at this stage is we could add a comment. So at this stage, we can add this comment, but we can also change the type to admin. And what you'll see when I send this is it will move this from the waiting folder here, and it will move it into the waiting in the admin. So this 0 will go up to 1. Okay, so there we go. It's now in here. And this would be in here for the admin team to action. So again, they would complete the eConsult action. So they might change that referral and then attach that via email here. And then when they're happy, they can complete that.